Hi, Dexter. Is it Dexter McClellan?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Melanie.
Yeah.
How would you like me to refer to you? Do you like Dexter, or do you want me to call you Mr. McClellan? Or
Dexter's fine.
Dexter's fine. Okay. Thank you for coming in today. Before we get started, I do want to explain that anything that we share in this room stays in this room. I won't share it with family or friends or teachers or anyone unless you give me the authorization to. The only exception would be if you told me in here that you were going to harm somebody or harm yourself, then I would have to explain that to somebody else. So does that make sense to you? Do you understand that?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So I also want to begin by saying that I'm here to help you. So we're going to talk about a couple of things today, and then however I can, I'd like to help you. I know you've had some things happen recently, and I just want you to know I'm on your side, and together we're going to find ways to make that situation better. Okay?
All right.
Okay, so to start with, just maybe tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I don't know.
Where do you live? Where were you born?
Born in Detroit.
Do you have any do you have a mother or father?
I have a mother.
Okay. How about any siblings?
Nope.
No. And you go to school right now, is that right?
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about school.
It's boring. Don't like to go. I don't know. Besides talking to my friends, that's it.
Okay. Do you like school? Do you feel like you get good grades? Do you get something out of school? Tell me a little bit about how you do in school.
I don't pay attention really too much. Don't do my homework. I don't think there's no point. Why not just do the test and see how good you did?
Okay. Let's take like a typical Friday, for instance. What does a typical Friday in your life look like? You get up and go to school. What happens after you are done with school?
I hang out with friends. Look for a party or something.
What time do you get in at night? Do you have a curfew?
No, I'm supposed to be in, around 12, but stay out, whatever.
Okay. Explain a little bit about your family. Communication wise, do you get to talk to your mom much? What does that look like? You come home from school, is anybody ever home?
No, mom's usually at work, so.
Mom's at work?
Yeah.
And what do you have, a brother or sister?
No, I don't have. I'm
No
only
siblings?
child.
Only child, okay. So I know right now there's a risk of you being put into a facility. They call that institutionalization. I know that's a big word, but I've heard in the report that there were some problems with defiance. There were problems with following the rules. Maybe sometimes you speak aggressively. Is that accurate, would you say, or?
They just don't listen. So I don't know, I get angry when people aren't listening. So.
I know that can be pretty frustrating, and I hear that in your voice, that it's frustrating when people don't listen to you. I know right now that you're on a lot of medicines. You're on Risperidol, Adderall, Clonidine, Depakote. Tell me a little bit about what you think the medicine does for you. Do you think it helps? Do you think it...
I don't know if it helps or not. It's just supposed to straighten me out, make me feel somewhat better, whatever.
How long have you been taking medicine?
Since I was don't know, teenager, started teenager.
Okay.
So a couple years or something.
The institutionalization part, when you hear that you might be, or there's things that are causing them to look at possibly institutionalizing you, how does that make you feel?
I don't want to go. It's bullshit.
Do you?
And I could be locked away like you're crazy.
Okay, and I know that recently you were when you had a belt around your neck. Can you tell me a little bit more about that time?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Just trying to get rid of myself sometimes. So I don't know.
Are you feeling like that now, like you want to, or that was just
No, I feel a lot of anxiety right now.
anxiety? Has your doctor prescribed different dosages of medicine? Like, have you experimented with more or less to see if you feel better from that?
I've been on all types of stuff. So this stuff, nothing's new. It's just something different.
Okay. If we were to get rid of all the problems in your life, just we waved a magic wand and everything was great, what would your life look like if everything was better? What would you be doing?
I don't know. Hanging out with friends all day, swimming, having pool parties.
I can tell that your friends play a good role in your life, that you seem to like hanging out with them, and that's where you generally gravitate to. If we're talking about people that help you in your life or support you, who are those people?
My mom, my grandma. That's about it.
Okay. I know that in a couple of weeks you'll be following up with Dr. Hackle. He's your doctor and he's who prescribes you your medicines and you talk to. How do you feel like that relationship is working right now?
I don't know. It's just we talk so quick that we don't have a relationship.
If you had to describe what you feel like you do well, I know it's easy for everybody to tell you what you do wrong. If you had to talk about the things you do right or your strengths, what would those be?
I don't know. Sports.
Sports?
Yeah, sports.
Sports. Is it when you're playing sports, you kind of feel like you're successful, you're doing a good job? What is it about the sports?
Successful. I don't know. I'm pretty good at all sports.
Good. What sports are you in right now?
Basketball and football.
Okay, that's great. Do you enjoy football and basketball?
You got a job and you gotta do it. That's it. Just one simple thing.
Okay, so I hear you telling me that you feel like you excel in sports, and that kind of is something that you enjoy. That's great. So we talked a little bit today about everything going on and the risk of institutionalization. If there's something that you could change that you feel would keep you from going that route, what could you do today that could change that, do you think?
I don't know. Maybe have a little patience with my mom. maybe, I don't know. I have trouble calming down, so just try to calm down. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that we talked today. I've learned a little bit about you and a little bit about what's going on, and a little bit about the things that you feel you do well in and excel at. And I know there's some areas that together we can look into and improve on. I know you're going to see Dr. Hackle in a couple of weeks, so would it be okay if we maybe talked once a month, or we were able to meet and kind of talk more about you and the things we can do to help you?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, it was really nice to meet you, and I hope in the
Nice to meet you too.
thanks in the next coming weeks we can get to know each other even better.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.